Lawnarchy was at in. It's your man PL. As usual, got my man J-Ritoc with me. Doing a special edition of Lawnarchy Live tonight. For on a Saturday night, get y'all ready for the kick it sessions tonight. We got a old school friend of ours, not necessarily old school, but from the old school. But we've known each other more than 20 years, so I'll just leave it at that. We got HollyRod with us tonight, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Man, appreciate you stopping through the line, Rod.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Making time for your boy, man, and making the adjustment, man. And hey, we here, baby.
Hey, man, look. Before we usually say this at the end of the show, but I'll say it at the beginning. You are welcome here whenever you like, man. If you hit us up, hey, we'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You are important to us. We talk about you on a regular basis on the show, and it's all good. I be like, yeah, HollyRod had me cracking up this week.
Right on.
HollyRod does not tend to your foolishness.
You know, it just depends. Social media, we talking about social media.
Social
right?
media, yes,
Okay,
social media.
Social media, man, it really just, it depends on what type of energy you want to put out there coming from your persona, man, because that's what social media profiles are, man. It's a persona. A lot of people can look at it like the matrix of sorts, right? Plugging in to connect with motherfuckers, on a digital access. I'm old school, like my man PL said, right? I come from the old school era, man, so I was around a lot longer before social media. Social media came a lot later in life, you know what I'm saying, for our generation.
For us, yeah.
Man. And so one of the first things, just me personally, man, a lot of people don't know this, they might not even fucking believe it. Nigga might say, fuck that, Holly, you lying. But it ain't even, you know what I'm saying, it's real shit. When I first signed up for social media, man, and I said it in a room full of niggas who was actually down at Jazz's studio, man. And I tried to get everybody else to do it. I said, man, this shit really should be used for promoting yourself to an audience in between projects. Because that's what it was, Twitter had started to pop off.
Right.
And I was kind of seeing the way it was going. So I said, fuck it, man, I'm signing up. And shit, I ain't had no projects out, right? You know what I'm saying? It took me a minute to release anything. So shit, man, I became real comfortable and familiar with the social media world, and wanted to be able to use it to entertain first and foremost, but also as a form of expression. Because for me, it's writing, man. That's what I do, man. I'm typing fucking characters, and that's what the fuck I do. I'm a writer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to deliver messages here and there.
Yeah.
You use it for good.
Oh yeah, you are definitely on point. For some reason, Facebook just, you know what I'm saying, it's like you, Jazz, Rockwell, or my bad, Denzel, and a couple of my family members that like no matter what, I don't even be on Facebook. I get on Facebook like once a day, do a quick oh, okay, yeah, I'm tired of this shit already. But usually you done said something, and I'll be like, oh, hold up. It's got like 105 comments. Let me go ahead and
check them out real quick.
yeah, I just go through and I just be laughing. I be like, because some people are like extremely serious
Yeah.
about the take that they're or what, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like,
It can get like that, man.
I'm like, mama,
It can be.
it's not that serious. He's just talking about bloomers.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, man, like I said the other day, man, trolling really does give me. It just gives me peace, man. To be able to get on there and just troll folks. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing on social media. But man, bro, you know, it's all about, man, take control of the moment, man. It's a digital plug-in, man. That shit ain't. That shit is not real life. Motherfucker might think they know you because of the way you on social media.
Well,
They know how you move.
Well, that was gonna be my next statement. Was that for me, it's extra hilarious because I know you.
Exactly.
So some of the shit that you'll be quote unquote defending, I'm like, oh, if y'all only knew how you really felt about this shit, y'all would be laughing like everybody else is laughing. But now you want to argue with somebody, and I've noticed that there's a lot of argumentative motherfuckers out there, and at one point at the beginning of social media, I think I might have been one of them.
I spent a lot of time.
But it was because motherfuckers was. I'm arguing stupid shit though. I'm not arguing like.
What stupid shit? What would you consider that? Me and this nigga argue about Dipset all the time. Would that be considered stupid shit?
That's not stupid shit though, because I really wanted to be the 5th member of Dipset, nigga. So I'll fight a nigga about the Dipset.
I mean,
he picked Dipset over anybody. That's
over anybody.
That's funniest to me.
Over Def Squad?
You know, hey,
yes.
everybody got their...
Yes.
But what my question
nigga, twice on Sunday.
Because we don't argue. We gonna like right now, we done took over the timeline.
This is beautiful.
Sundays,
but would you consider that silly shit?
That's silly shit. About? I love those arguments. That's just, you know what I'm saying? I like being able to, that's poking the bear, having fun and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it would be like borderline like, should the young generation of hip hop respect the forefathers and shit like that? Yeah, and man, I'm all about, you know what I'm saying, paying respect to the forefathers, because and a friend of mine informed me that in some instances in Kansas City I am one of the forefathers, and I'm like I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't look at it that way, but
you shouldn't be though. That's a respectable gig right there. Because that means you done did something. You've actually accomplished something in the Kansas City music scene. So that's a thing.
Yeah, I've been around for a minute, and I guess that in and of itself is an accomplishment.
It really is. Life, man. Just
like for real.
Make it as far as we have, given where we come from, and all of us come from something that's a little bit rough around the edges, bro. That's an accomplishment in itself, man. But shit, like my man Jay was saying, bro, like you have put quite an imprint, man.
Well,
your part, man. I mean, just think about the eras, man. You've been around for all the eras. That's what I'm saying. This is before social media.
Yeah, it is.
Long before this shit. Like this shit we doing right now.
It wasn't even around.
Man,
it wasn't thought of.
We would have laughed out the room just the idea of
it.
Yeah,
man. But you was putting shit down well before any of this.
I appreciate that. And I was talking with Jeremy from Flavor Pack earlier today, because they're doing their 30th anniversary or reunion in April, and I was just like, yeah, man, it's amazing, because when I started doing stuff back in like 89, 90, damn, that sounds like so long ago. It was though. The only way you found out about it was really and truly word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? You had to get the right flyer into the right person's hand, and they gonna spread the word, and then it's hit or miss from there. You know what I'm saying? But the word of mouth used to be the and it's still word of mouth, but the way that it's disseminated to the masses is so different now.
Yeah.
It's
Word of mouth used to be the most powerful form of promotion and engagement. It really did.
oh yeah,
That's where the whole concept of, man, we got to get the people talking. You got to get the people talking.
Right.
And word of mouth used to be really, that's what we strive for. You come from that era, man. And
one of the best examples I can remember of that was around 2002, maybe 2001, 2002. When I was getting my first set of locks, getting them twisted up one day, and I see this sticker on the beautician's mirror that I hadn't seen the last few times I've been in there, and it's just like it's this star with like a body outline in it. It's cool, but it's got me thinking like, well, damn, what's this? What's up with this? A couple weeks later, it's some flyers with the same logo saying, who is, and it just has the symbol again. And I'm like, damn, this is really interesting, And then like a couple weeks after that, it's some show flyers for whoever this dude is at the Hurricane, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta see who this is. This is I'm bought in now. You know what I'm saying? You got me hooked. Man, this is nigga Christos.
straight up.
Yeah. He switched from Taydon the Bomb to James Christos, and I was like, oh, that was fucking brilliant. That was brilliant, cause he had about 50 people show up to I was that was fucking.
Christos, man. Damn, man, that's crazy, man. I don't go back that far to that moment, but because I don't think the other name you said, I think that's the first time I
Taydon the Bomb.
Yeah, so see, I don't know if I would remember that.
Oh, Taydon the Bomb was when he was in high school and when he was part of the Infidelic Heathens.
Okay. I came around
during the Christos era, yeah. And then I was just about to get into the excuse me, into the clique. You know what I'm saying? U-Bucks, Christos, Frame. U-Bucks, Christos, Frame. Gunjack.
My nigga Jack.
I feel like I'm missing somebody.
That's the old school, man. The clinic.
Yeah, that's
the clinic days.
Oh man, look. And to a degree, that's the damn. What was the dorm at? The dorm Jazz was recording. Yeah,
South Yater.
Yeah, because that's where I first recorded with Jazz. Right after I got out of college.
At the dorm room.
Yep.
Turned our suite into the other half, man. They had a booth we built in the studio in the closet. You know what I'm saying? But that's that's really, man. Shout out to Jazz, man. Like Jazz, I witnessed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I got exposed to these niggas. Because I'm Jazz's roommate in college, and I really witnessed Jazz teach himself from the grassroots. Built the booth in the closet, and niggas was straight up coming down to record, coming in and out. That's really the origin of that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was around. He had to have already been Christos at that point. This is maybe 98, 99.
I think he was still Taydon the Bomb. I want to say he was still Taydon.
I remember that. Do I?
I want because it was a
was it TE apostrophe D?
It was Dante, but
how's it spelled?
Like it was TE apostrophe DON Taydon the Bomb DABOM.
Man, you know what,
B.
man? I'm shit. I already admitted it, man.
Oh well, this is that's a
So, but man, like when you say it like that, and now I'm thinking in my mind, like, damn, you know what, man? Was around doing that.
Because I want to say that him and Night Owl were doing shows. I know they were doing shows good, but I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure he was still Taydon the Bomb at first, and then was Christos after graduation.
Wow. Okay. So then, that's my mistake then, man. I had to be around
I think
in that era.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Because it feels. That's why I started feeling like I done seen the way it was spelt with that apostrophe. Like I feel like I done seen that.
Yeah, because he did I want to say he did one of the shows at one of the homecoming parties or shows or something like that as Taydon the Bomb. Because I remember.
I promise you, man. Like it'll come back to me later on, but like now that you mentioned it, I think I might even been around during them days. I know that's when Jaz first put that booth in the closet. Cause I was standing on the other side of that suite.
Oh, word.
You know what I'm saying? We had put a deal together to boom, cause of where that suite was in proximity of the building. You know, it was at the end of the hall, so it also had that big ass lobby right outside, and it was cut off because there was some doors you had to go through to get to that area of the hallway.
Yep.
So shit, boom. I get this room, boom. Y'all get this room, boom. We split the cost 3 ways. Cause I had a single room. You know, I ain't had no roommate technically, but we had that suite. You know, so on one side we had the beds. On the other side, it was like a living room. So we had the couch and all. The couch had a pull-out bed, but shit, you ain't know that until
for real?
time to go to sleep. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
The
that.
couch you could pull out, cause that's where Jaz would sleep. You know what I'm saying? We had the beds in the other room, but shit, nigga, it was, you know what I'm saying, bed on this side, bed on that side, one nigga over here, the other. It was 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? Jaz was sleeping there on the couch bed. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't know the motherfuckers pulled out.
Remember, it was the lobby.
Yep.
On the outside, and you could hit them couches and go to sleep because it's at the end of the hall. You know what I mean?
Because I thought the lobby was part of the deal with the because nobody was ever
be a study lobby.
Yeah, but it was
that
only
same lobby is at the end of every hallway in that building on every floor.
So motherfuckers would be
right?
like, yeah,
it was like
we just
the study hallway. But what we did was said, and it just worked. Shit, fuck it. We went to a predominantly white institution. You know, shout out to CMSU. It's UCM now, right?
It's still CMSU.
Right, it's still CMSU for real. But just so everybody know what we talking about, and I have a moment of honesty. Shit, we looked at each other and said, man, look, if them motherfuckers, if it's 2 niggas at the end of this hallway, ain't nobody finna come in this motherfucker to study except folks we know. We knew they was gonna play it like that, and we kept doing it like that. So even after I moved out, because after I pledged, like maybe a year after I pledged, I moved out and moved into the frat house. But Jaz, he kept that same setup in that same location the whole time. You have somebody that, you know what I'm saying, boom, hey man, get this room over here. Cool. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I remember I didn't get the beat until I got to Jazz's for one of the sessions, and I was writing it in the study hall, and I was like, shit, am I gonna be cool in here? And Jaz was like, oh yeah, you gonna be good. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. And I was like, all right, bet.
Damn, so I might have been around for 30. Damn, that's crazy. I feel like now more and more I see keep saying it. But that's cool though, man. I didn't even know that like I met you at the studio.
Yeah. I would say that was a hilarious first meeting.
What was going on then? Was I down there for the audio book?
Yep, I think that was your first session, and that was one of my last sessions for my first official album.
You was wrapping up. You said you was wrapping up.
And this nigga for real, he was like, "Hey man, you ever had weed butter before?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "No, but have you had this weed butter before?" And this nigga for real took the cap off the jar and just shoved it in my nose. And I was like, okay, I like this dude. He's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, the butter, man.
Hello.
Which, by the way, I'm high as fucking giraffe pussy, right? And this is the first time I'm gonna be smoking today. I've been on the butter. Okay? You know, the butter is healthier. You know?
You got any favorite strands of butter?
No,
that
because,
you make it with?
because the butter. So here's the hustle for the butter, man. And shout out to my wife because she really the one that's in the kitchen. You know, it's just I'm involved on the ideas. We partners and I definitely reap the benefits. My wife doesn't smoke. She likes THC consumption, right? So you know, back in the day, man, I used to make butter. But I was doing it to, as a means to an end, to bake something else, like to some cookies or some brownies, So I would show up at the party like I got some edibles, right? Back in these days,
Right.
Post college.
Right.
But I was doing the shit real ghetto, right? I take the weed, pour it right there in the bag, right? It's back in the day. Now we used to get high as fuck off of this shit, right? But it was a little unorthodox. Every once in a while you might have a leaf in your mouth or something like that. Not anything too drastic, but this really wasn't the right way to do it.
Right.
So anyway, when I met my wife, man, when we was engaged, she drank with me, whatever. But smoking is my thing, man. The weed is my thing. She don't want to smoke, but she want to see what it's like to get high. So I tell her this same story, man. I used to pour the weed right in there. She said that can't be the right way to get smoked, right? So again, shout out to my wife, smartest motherfucker I ever known in my life, man. So she said, I'm gonna do some research and found out, the proper way, man, to extract.
We gotta strain it, yeah.
And so that's where it came from. So bam. So the way we do it, man, is shake. Right? I used to, I had a weed man that I could go pull up on, and I say, man, well, do you got shake on you today? He sell me the shake for what he gonna sell it me for, because that's what we use to. It's got to be really ground up, right? To do it the right way. And so it ain't really even about the strains. It's about whatever shake I can get my hands on, bro, because I'm going to be high as hell off the butter regardless.
That's right.
Have you ever had some butter?
Oh, yeah.
You want some more?
Hey,
you want some more?
I ain't never going to turn nothing down.
Oh, man, I think I got some with me, man.
Because, see, what did we get when we was at the studio at the time? Was it J's? We got chicken and put it on the biscuits and shit. We was fucked up.
You got something to eat, man.
We was fucked up.
You got something I can put it in, man? A little scoop or something?
Shit, I got all these empty containers. Yeah, I say you throw them one of them.
Give me I got a little something I can scoop it with. But the butter, man, that's really what that changed my habit in that sense. What you just said, Jay, is you could take a little bit and just put it on your food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I used to put it on my pancakes in the morning.
I put it in my tea. I melt it in my tea. I'm a tea drinker. So I melt it in my tea. I really put it on anything I'm going to consume. So that's why I say, man, like, shit, this first time I'm smoking it, I can guarantee you, I might get to the halfway point of that blunt because I really don't smoke too much because of the butter. But that is, damn, I forgot about that, Rock. I forgot about that, boy. That's the way we met. Shove the butter. Well, I'm about to shove some more, man, in your container. You can enjoy this, man.
I don't say, and I got tomorrow off, so yeah.
Now, I don't do all of this in one.
Oh, no. You already know I know.
All right.
No, I know.
I don't want to be held responsible, man. That's just me showing love.
He gonna be
one black brother to another.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing. I don't want to be
trying to make up for St. Patrick's Day yesterday when he couldn't get to his car.
Nigga.
What happened?
Nah, like St. Patrick's, the parade.
Oh,
it literally,
you said that last night too. You said
I'm
the parade
nigga.
started on your front porch.
When I tell you, when I walked outside, that shit was right there. Nigga, I'm talking right there.
I got a homeboy that live in I live in St. Louis now. I got a homeboy that lives right on the street where they do the Mardi Gras. Have y'all ever been to Mardi Gras St. Louis?
Yeah.
Mardi Gras St. Louis is the second biggest Mardi Gras
in the country,
world, behind New Orleans.
Yeah.
Fucked me up when I, learned that. But anyway, they do the parade. My homeboy live, like you said. When you said that, I thought about my nigga. As soon as you said it, He literally, this boom, if he step out on his front porch, it's on the street where the parade for Mardi Gras is at. Now, on the flip side, he fucking loves it. That's why he moved right there.
He ain't got to go nowhere.
This motherfucker I'm talking about is the first motherfucker that took me to. He said, man, have you ever been to Mardi Gras? You live in St. Louis now? You got to come to Mardi Gras. Then he found this spot. So he wanted there. He loved it.
That's a good move, though. Because you right there. You ain't got to go nowhere.
You love it.
Yeah,
If you love
if
it.
I fuck with St.
Jay
Patrick,
said-
I was like, nah, this ain't. I'm not a Black Irish. I'm sorry.
I've seen that happen too, man. At the Mardi Gras, I seen somebody was cause man, you know they gonna cut off all them streets. If you right there, all them streets cut off. But somebody basically was on their way trying to get home. They had no idea it was Mardi Gras. All right. Anytime I come down this street, coming from his woman's house, man, young brother, man, and he trying to get home because he got to get to this crib so he can change, get ready to go to work. Man, he turned on this street. I mean, you know, it's hundreds of people in the street, man, and so he rolled his window down. He's begging, and I feel bad for him. So I'm trying to tell people, like, man, but we can have some people who out the way, but ain't no way, bro. You're gonna be late to work today, bro. You gotta, you know what I mean?
You know what that is?
So I could just imagine with, if you don't fuck with the parade shit like that,
At all.
man, I hate that.
Somebody do it.
I'll go.
I hate that for you, brother.
I guess we got another guest.
I wonder if that's Jazz. Jazz might have heard us talking about him.
Well, I'll say shit. We all got a jazz story though.
For sure.
So I say, well, fuck it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the book series. Cause I say you got season 2.
Yeah, I just released the first episode of season 2. So, for those that are not aware, man, I have a book series, man. It's mostly erotica, but it's an ongoing series. It's called The Art of Cheating Episodes, and it's an ongoing series. So I actually released the first episode in season 2 of the series last month, and so that actually is book 7 total. So seven books have been released. Total for the book series. So that's actually how we met. I was actually recording the audio book for the book series. So we're doing the audio book version too. Audio book's coming along. It's a little bit of a slower process because like you saw when we was down there, man. I do the whole cast.
Right.
For all of the different voices and personalities. So the audio books is coming a little bit slower, but as far as your ebook, your paperback. That's that my man.
And there he is.
Yep.
What up with
what
you?
I say. We 7 books deep.
This nigga here
Ebook,
talking
paper.
about.
What's good, baby?
What's up?
My man.
What's up with it?
I'll say the man, the Emmy Award winner.
The Emmy Award winning fucking legend.
What's up, man?
Man, shit.
What's up with it?
What's good, baby?
Chillin'? Where Rock at?
You know that play.
He's doing the racing in the
it's
sun.
me, yeah.
I said this nigga cut his hair and everything.
Now that shit good though. I went and watched it on Thursday. I'll say it's
I'm gonna
impressive.
Find some time. Do you know how long the run is?
To
Till
26.
26.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I got some time.
Yeah, I think
You
I'm.
know Wednesday, nigga?
No, but I'm on a detox, bro. I ain't.
Still?
Yeah, I got 2. I got 12 more days. I'm smoking though. This is my first blunt of the day.
I know
I've been
you
on the
wasn't.
butter.
I know
I
you
say you
wasn't.
know this
I know
nigga
you
don't
wasn't.
I'm
smoke.
on the butter all day.
We ain't got a hookah for you,
I don't
Jazz.
smoke
You
that
know.
much.
I almost brought my shit. Hey,
I'm surprised you ain't got you a little portable.
Portable hookah.
Why you ain't-
Now you talking about a hookah.
My God.
Oh, my hookah here. I can't make it too convenient, man.
Yeah, I got that. What happened to Cuzzo?
Shit. Still waiting to pull up.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
What y'all here talking about?
Man,
so
I was just actually talking about the book.
You talking about the book.
All the cheat episodes, and book 7, man, which is, it's called Cyber Pimping.
Let me sit over here.
Yeah.
Cause this nigga,
Okay, come on with it. Come on with it, Jazz.
this one of the most belligerent You ever heard his music? This
Yes,
nigga's
man.
music,
We
bro.
just talking about. That's what
Bro.
we back, man.
Hey,
He
I'm
was wrapping up.
bringing love to the masses. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I'm sitting in between two of the most belligerent niggas.
I knew that's where he was gonna go.
You already knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've calmed down though. I've matured a little bit. This new shit that I'm gonna bring to
You
you.
got a chick?
Hmm.
You got a chick or something?
No. you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that
We
story.
need some new material, nigga. You need to get out here.
Oh no, the material is ridiculous. Yeah.
See? More belligerence.
It's
I'm telling you.
ridiculous. No, but it's more mature though. It's not as sophomoric.
Mature belligerence.
Yeah.
See,
Mature
sometimes,
belligerence.
I've
That's
grown
the
up
trademark.
a
That's
little
shirt.
bit.
That's a t-shirt.
see, sometimes, man, Jazz, you gotta let people go through their process. Because for me, you know, the Art of Cheating episodes, where I like, it's a project, right? You know, where I'm at in life, as far as my belligerence, I'm far beyond where I was in those in the story, right?
Yeah. But
So-
nigga, I was there.
I know you was there, but I'm saying the motherfucker came mature. I'm speaking on you. You know what I'm saying? Not giving this brother a chance. You said you in front of in between two of the most belligerent motherfuckers on earth. Sometimes you gotta give a motherfucker a chance to grow and mature, man. Even if they material don't reflect that quite yet.
You said that you was a person, though.
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. I was just checking. I got my Patina Prospect shirt on, man. Dry clean, fresh out the dry cleaner, dog. Shout out to Papa.
Shout out to Papa.
Yeah. Okay. See.
Yeah, man. So the Art of Cheating, man.
The Art of Cheating is a fun project for me, man. You know, it's actually a project, man, I've been working on for a couple of decades, bro, and it just was time, man. I have been sitting on a lot of written material. I had recorded a soundtrack for the book series. I had this vision about audio books, and you know, it was based on, or loosely based on, you know what, I won't even say loosely, that sounds too cliche, and that's really not even true at all. Not loosely, it is fundamentally, foundationally based upon some of my real life experiences. So it's a fun project, right? I just left the meet and greet, man. Shout
Where
out
was
to
it at?
We was down at the Parlor.
Okay.
You know, and that's for more the maturity. You know, the Blacked Out Couch podcast, which we gonna start airing in May.
I'm saying we're gonna get into that a little bit.
Yeah. You know, so I'm just saying, like, the Art of Cheating is the fun project, man. Sometimes it's fun, man, to be belligerent and get that level of content, that sort of genre that me and my nigga Jay connected on, you know, from the jump.
Yeah, man. No, I don't know if my people pulled up. But yeah, bro. The Art of Cheating was an experience, man. And yeah, like he said, I mean, you know, you gotta add your embellishments. You know what I mean? So
Now is it extremely loosely based or?
I'm just saying, it's really not. I took back the loosely based. Based because I would say that sound too cliche, and that's actually not even true. It's not loosely based. It's fundamentally, foundationally based upon.
I like the way that sounds.
My
Man,
real
that was-
experiences, right?
man, if you were a politician,
Yeah, like
bro,
the way you
this
worded
shit
that.
would be- that was so eloquent, dog.
Now I will say this: it's not. It's
That was
not what it sounds
almost Bill Clinton-ish.
Almost. It's not what it sounds like. Like you might can look at the title and think one thing. Now when I say it's not what it sounds like, it is what it sounds like, Jay. But it's more than what it sounds like. I'll say that, right? Right. But it's really there's only so far you can go as far as how mature that level of content is meant to be, like Jazz said, belligerent on the most part. But there's a message behind it. I think any great storyteller has to have some sort of messaging behind it as well, and it's filled with that, man. That's why I say it's an ongoing series, and We in season 2 right now.
So is it so specific that there may possibly be some ladies that are upset after they read it?
Possibly.
Mm.
Nah, I mean,
Did you hear the inflection?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. He
Possibly,
said,
yeah.
No, he said possibly. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was clarifying that. That's
Kind of questioning
word.
the possibly
The
though.
inflection implied.
No, I'm saying possibly, like
You what do you mean possibly? The real
You were
take
asking
that
a
word
question.
out.
Okay. Will there be ladies that are
There
upset?
yes. There have been.
Oh,
I've had, you know, it's it's a project that is, like I said, fundamentally. So there's some real experiences there. But I've been very respectful. I've changed a lot of names.
Okay.
I give him that.
And the reason why I didn't say all names is because some names it really was no reason to change. Like Jazz is in the book series, but I'm not changing Jazz's name.
Yeah.
Right? There's no reason to change his name. You know, we have nothing to hide between our experiences, right? And so we know that. He
They
but
like, nigga, I don't even have to question whether or not it was you.
At all.
You was there during this shit? I said, man, come on.
Well, why would I change Jazz's name, right? Jazz is a safe name, right? But any name that would
Not safe,
he's
dog.
safe,
He a whole
y'all.
married man.
Yeah, but
I ain't do shit.
yeah, like that's what I mean. Like
It's just there.
it ain't for the level of like you asked me, Jay. You asked if there would be any young ladies that would be upset with some of the narratives or anything that's in the story. The answer to that question is yes, right? Even though I've been respectful and changed some names, I wouldn't change names where I didn't feel like I had to. And I didn't feel like I had to change Jazz's name because of, you know, the role he plays in the storyline. But it is it's based on my shit, Jazz. Let me give you reassurance if you have.
Because I know just like, because you know, Jazz say I'm extremely belligerent when it comes to the music. So one thing, like when I first started, I said I would never use real names.
Yeah, you can't use real names if you're gonna speak on real experiences. I mean, unless you do, I guess. But that would be very belligerent and quite unprofessional as well.
But
Like
mine is just from a like a legality standpoint.
right,
I
right.
don't
That's what
wanna
I was
get
gonna
sued.
say.
I don't wanna get sued.
If they got if there's some controversial material and you're gonna use real names, you need to have permission and waivers from those people. You need to actually have a relationship with those people whose names you intend to use.
Yeah,
That's the only way it can work.
Not to deviate too far from what we on right now, but can we please, like, y'all shit's on all the platforms. We need, like, for this episode, there needs to be a playlist put together on, like, Apple Music or something. With something.
We talking about
y'all-
the music?
Oh my God.
Okay.
We did-
Well, let me say this about my music
We
in
can make that
comparison
happen,
to my man Jay. Listen, the music that I it's more of concept album music because it's in reference to the book series.
Yeah.
So it references the characters. There's
Right.
appearances by some of the voice actors on that. So it's still a fun. It's some belligerence to it, but it's in no way, shape, and form. And I can say this confidently because you know I go back and retract the word. No way, shape, or form on a level of belligerence as my man. Okay, that's a
I'm
whole
telling y'all,
different
I
level.
done matured though. Like y'all just putting so much on it. I done got swung on a couple of times, but I mean, it's never gotten to the point where like I done got shot at or some shit like that.
Hey,
But
we ain't
it's,
about to get into these lyrics, though, dog.
Please don't do that.
it's like 95% accurate and real though. So
So
I
that's
ain't
why
gonna
you asked me that because your material is fundamentally and foundationally based upon your real life experiences. Your art is the same way.
And that's why
Yeah,
you
that's what I said. I'm
and
sitting
you
between
never
two belligerent
and
niggas.
like and you've never heard a real name like in any
Okay.
of my lyrics like
Okay,
that.
well,
So I have plausible deniability on anything. Like it can be word for word what happened.
Yeah.
But I ain't saying on that.
Some stories go
I have
that
a
way.
story. I have a short story. So my wife walks in while this nigga is recording.
Okay, at the lab.
Dog. Now you know the song, so you gonna have to finish the lyric. You probably already know what the fuck I'm talking. This nigga had a song.
Oh wow, wait a
Talk-
minute.
he-
Jazz remembers what bar he was on.
Oh no, I remember, dog. The shit's so outrageous, like it's outrageous, dog. The nigga said, "Something you might catch me out at Five Below with a pink toe."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But he was in reference to like some other chick he was fucking with. Like you might just see me, like it's while you there shopping, you might just run into me. And I'm sitting there like, my wife is like, "Yo, what?" Like,
And I didn't know she was in there though, cause I was in the booth.
It
and
didn't
she
matter
and
if she
she
was
came
there,
in. But when
my
I
wife,
when I
she
walked
seen
out, I
everything.
just saw her face, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's the one."
yep.
That's
But
that's
I don't know
the
the
one.
line that was before that because it was part of the hook.
Well, I know the song you talking about because I hear it with a pink toe.
Yep.
I know I hear it in my head, like
And
you
I
know
was
what I'm
just
saying.
like, maybe I shouldn't have said that online.
Well, no, that's part of the lyric. It was part of the hook, if I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Mistaken.
a song. It's
And
out there.
it was what I didn't know. What I didn't know
Too
that
late.
I
was
gotta
that
think about school when I'm talking.
Oh.
yeah, professor.
Anyway. Hey, man.
What I didn't know it was similar to how my series is
we
set
need
up.
we need a playlist.
I don't say
It
we can
might
definitely
need to be
make
like
that happen.
mashup of
Oh,
some of
however
your
y'all wanna
music
do
and
it.
his- I mean, all we gotta do is put it together and post
Yeah.
the link, you know, in conjunction with the
Yeah,
with
for
the,
sure.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
we can
up,
definitely
so.
make that happen.
good additional content. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My man Jazz giving us the motherfucking
Free game, free game.
free
Yes, sir.
game.
My nigga.
And that's why he's an Emmy winner.
This nigga Jazz is a
saying.
legend, man.
Man,
Like,
we
for real.
celebrate- we celebrate.
We
Like,
already
like-
talked
like-
about. We talked about
yeah,
you
we
for
got
about 10 minutes.
Yeah, like
a
for
little,
real.
little bit earlier.
Ain't that some shit?
That's
'Cause
why
we,
when you
we all
when you-
got jazz connections here.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
Yeah, I love all y'all, man.
yeah.
Man, we all love you.
Bro.
Hey man, the new deal that he's working on,
Mhm.
I think you'd be perfect. Like he needs to be one of y'all early. He need to be one of your early guests on that joint. Did he explain the premise of
Oh,
what
no,
he
we-
working
We
on?
haven't
we about to-
we haven't
we
gotten
about to
into it
talk
yet,
about
but
it.
I'm
Okay.
familiar.
Well, that might be a good segue, dog.
I was gonna say.
Okay, well,
yeah, so you might as well. So
uh,
we got the shirt. So
If you
yeah.
if you've been looking, HollyRod's shirt says "I hope y'all heal." That's become kind of a catchphrase.
Yeah, you got chicks all on the net saying it.
It was part of what I was talking about earlier, man. Remember, what did I say? I said social media is to be used for this, right?
Yes, sir.
It was always strategic from the jump, man. I hope y'all heal. I hope you heal. When I started actually saying that in the comments, and then eventually in some of my rants, at that time, it might have been about a year ago. At that time, it was after a company meeting, man, and we came up with an idea for this podcast, which is the new project that we releasing in May. It's called the Blacked Out Couch podcast, and those are sort of the catchphrases because the concept of the show is a play on mental health awareness and therapy and black bodies on the couch, right? The blacked out couch. So this is the catchphrase. I hope we heal actually is the official one, and that's actually gonna be on the official artwork and logo that we teasing out here. But yeah, man, it's actually it's a 2-part series, meaning there's a male black man and then black women, right? And it's basically panel based where we have conversations about trauma, healing, mental health awareness. We've got a few mental health therapists and professionals that are involved to sit in on the show. We got some spiritual advisors. And by the way, I'm just talking about the man side because like I said, it's 2 different sides, it's men and women. And they're kept separate from each other because
Is wifey handling the other
wifey's
side?
handling the other side. I have no idea what's going on with the women. I can tell you what the concept is, but I don't know how their panel will be set up.
So they don't intersect at all.
They don't intersect, and the idea again is behind the it's really, you know, the catchphrase. It's funny on social media, man, and like Jazz said, you know, you got chicks, and you know, these motherfuckers hit me with it all the time. If I'm in the comments, somebody gonna hit me with, "Okay, Holly, I hope you heal." But that's intentional because it's always a blame game.
Right.
Right. That's one of the biggest things in our community is a point the finger instead of confronting the issue, and accountability is something that gets lost on us all. Right.
Man.
So me and wife, man, and I can't really remember what we were talking about. I know we were in a meeting. I would like to say we were in the middle of an argument, but I don't think that was the case. It would be beautiful and organic if we were, because that's kind of the concept.
Right.
Is that, you know, well, I hope he heals. Well, I hope she heals. Right? Nobody wants to take that accountability, right? It felt like the culture, the atmosphere, the energy in the air felt like recently, especially since the pandemic, it felt like there was a lot of, you know, just on social media and everywhere you look, you know, black women and black men pitting each other against each other.
Right.
Right?
So there's definitely a lot of that going on right now.
Right? And so, you know, we came up with this podcast, man, and immediately we said, well, you know, black men have some conversations, some difficult conversations that they need to have on their own, as well as black women. Now, maybe one day, further down the line, we might be able to include ourselves in those conversations. But as for right now, man, it's just gonna be, you know, man on one side, women on the other side. So, so it's a project, man, that we hold near and dear. Our plan is to start airing episodes in May of this year, which is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's open, man. It's open panel discussion, man. So, you know, definitely, man. We can bring you on because it'll be right now. I probably got about 13 brothers that's, you know, could rotate in and out depending on the subject that we going. It's not gonna be live, right? You know, because it might get kind of, you know, we might go there, right? We might have to edit some shit out. But the purpose is for us to have these conversations and to be open about some of the things that we deal with and some of the things that we process from a mental and emotional standpoint. So it's not gonna be live, it's gonna be pre-recorded, and you know, we just gonna have the conversation, man. We'd love to bring you on, man, as part of it.
Oh, for sure. Shit.
Yeah, I think me and, my bad.
I'll go ahead.
Because me and PL always have deep conversations.
Yeah.
When we talk, you know what I'm saying? Me being in the profession that I am, I deal with a lot of personalities on a daily basis. So it's damn near like bartender / barbershop /
Man.
the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Couch.
Like, a lot of black men, I'll just speak for the men perspective,
That's all we can do.
we don't get to decompress
At all.
about anything. So it's like every time there's something going on, you just gotta suck it up and you gotta keep pushing. Or when you wake up, there may be a situation that you're not able to address and properly deal with things that are going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another point is, black people in general, just not from a man's perspective,
We not giving that space.
It's taboo.
Yeah.
It's taboo. Ah, nigga, you ain't crazy, you ain't this, you ain't that. These motherfuckers run around here with some mental health issues.
Nah, for
and they
real.
mama don't think that it's an issue.
Right.
And it's like, nigga, I could just beat his ass and that'll solve the issue. And that's
Beat the crazy away.
Yeah. It's like,
don't work like that.
People need help for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a mental tune up. Like, you can be in the gym all day, everything cool, but mentally you fucked up. Like, nah, dog. Like I said, man, black people, it's taboo for us to do anything. So it's like, I'm glad that we are starting to realize that it's okay to seek therapy and get your mental health together as well as your physical.
I've been a big advocate of therapy for about 10 or 12 years. We came back from the Anarchy tour, the big tour that we were gone for like 4 or 5 months. Oh man, don't get me wrong. I love Christos and Rockwell. You know, them was my brother. But it was, but I was just changed. You know what I'm saying? And I had to go talk to somebody for about it. And I was like, hey man, I be feeling weird about shit now, man. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to. It's like, oh yeah, it's cool. You was just gone for so long. It was a kind of a shock, you know. But you're all good. And I was like, oh okay. There's like, as long as you recognize what's happening, you know. That's when I started keeping like a little journal and shit.
You know, mental health, man, is vital, man. When I started my therapy journey, man, one of the first takeaways that I realized was that you got to treat your brain just like any other piece of or organ in your body, right? You know, you go for your annual physicals, you go for your dental health checkups. Your mental health should not be treated any differently. Right. And I think what Jazz and PL was alluding to is that oftentimes in our community, we wait until we've kind of felt and recognized something. But man, really, man, just think about it, man. Life in general, bro. Like, this shit is a coping journey.
Nigga, I'm on this
in
right
general.
now. What you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta wait until you went through something, because just going day to day, man. And really, man, my belief, bro, as it pertains to healing, is I believe healing is a steady journey, just like life. I think it's a part of life. I think that daily, because you can think about this from a physical aspect, since we comparing, daily your body physically has to rest, recharge, and heal for you to be able to go to the next day and go through and handle what you're gonna have to deal with, and then you got to do all that over again. If you don't give your body enough of that, then you fuck around and collapse or some, you know, and your brain is a part of that, right? So you gotta heal. You ain't got to be going through it's just period. Dealing with life,
Your
dealing
brain
with
is gonna
people.
your brain is what tell your muscles, hey nigga,
It's time to
sit
check
down.
out and sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah, it's definitely it's something that we should take more seriously. I think, you know, historically, man, it's been very taboo in our community because we feel like, you know, well, it's something we look at from the extreme lenses standpoint. But you know, man, simple things, man, can bother you. And you need to be able to decompress and unwind and unpack. And like Jazz said, man, you know, especially in our community, black men, we haven't.
An ass whooping is not gonna solve somebody with mental issues. See, that's what you see the belligerence. Like,
It is funny,
bro. You like,
But that's
no, it's funny.
That's we grew up in that.
bro.
It's funny because we
everybody
grew
got
up like that.
You got somebody in your family. I ain't even gonna call them crazy. You got somebody in your family that was dealing with mental issues.
Serious ones, right?
The rest of your family
Because
didn't want to address
it's levels to it.
said issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's levels to it, and some people are more far off than others, you know, because of unresolved trauma or some unaddressed issue, or you know, they might have went through some traumatic. And again, like Jazz said, it wasn't the norm for you to seek that sort of professional help.
And man, we need to get another shirt that says it's not normal.
It's not
I just
normal.
need a shirt to say it's not normal.
It's not normal.
Because some of the shit that I can talk about growing up as a kid, some of the shit that I went through, dog, is not normal.
It's not
Like,
normal.
Bro, the
So
average
Jazz, so
person-
shout out to Jazz. We got another shirt coming.
Yep, it's not normal.
It's not
dog.
normal.
Nigga,
Y'all heard it here
Nigga,
first.
Nigga, in
Yeah.
Omaha, y'all seen Belly, nigga. Nigga. I moved here when I was 9.
This nigga
Belligerent, bro. This is the most belligerent.
He's
Like,
just
both of
laughing,
these-
bro. Laughing
Dog.
is belligerent.
Huh?
Laughing is belligerent.
I
Bro,
just
he's
want
laughing
to
like
He laughing at the wrong shit.
No, he's not. It's just dog. No, he's laughing because it's belligerent as a motherfucker. That's it.
Okay.
There's
I was-
nothing
I
else
was just
to
gonna
it.
say,
It ain't
is-
right or wrong, dog.
is this the illest nigga in Nebraska? Because he said belly.
Hey,
So
the
that's
niggas, hey, niggas, hey, shout out to my cousin BB. My niggas here from Omaha right now. Hey,
Okay.
we in the building. You feel me? Omaha.
Yeah, for sure.
shout
I
out to
don't like
Council
that
Bluffs.
shit. I don't like that shit.
Drop down on
But
that.
listen, man, when crack hit that motherfucker, them niggas on that movie, nigga, that shit was real. I was there as a kid. And it's like, to even realize, to even be here sitting right now as I am with or who I am and what I've accomplished at this point is like, dog.
Not for real.
If I describe some of the stuff that I went through
It wasn't
as
normal,
a
bro.
child, and man, niggas couldn't survive that.
I've been
You know what
blogging.
I'm
I've
saying?
been blogging
It's
about that
rough.
very shit. I've been blogging about that. I've
It's
been
like your
journaling
brain-
about that.
It's like your brain goes into a situation where you get mentally protected somehow. And I don't know what happened to guard me from that. I had my older sister that kind of shielded me and stuff. And I'm telling you, bro, you reflect on some of that shit, you like, man, what?
Nah, that's a good point, man.
Like, are
real.
you serious, dog?
It's
like,
not.
ain't none of this shit normal for normal people, dog.
Yeah.
If I was to tell somebody that had a quote unquote normal situation, what the fuck I went through, they gonna be like,
But you
are
had to
serious, dog?
You had to accept it though.
But they wouldn't even believe that it happened.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that ain't, nigga, nah. Like, yeah, all right.
Jazz hit him with the.
Dog, because it's outrageous, bro. Like, you explain some stuff, you like, really? You like, nigga, what?
Jazz, brother to brother. Have you read my blog?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay, so I got a blog that I've actually started. Just kind of the spirit and the energy.
Where's it at?
Yeah,
About
so what's the name
it's
of
on my website. It's on. You can go to AngelaMariePublishing.com
Okay.
to the blog session. But it's actually it was just kind of the energy and the spirit, kind of around a group of people that I work with. We're trying to do the Blacked Out Couch podcast. You know, kind of made me want to start releasing, and so I started journaling last year about exactly what he talking about. Some of the shit that. Look, this wasn't normal, and it all happened so fast, and I can remember it almost like it's yesterday. It's kind of the source and the cornerstone of a lot of my trauma, and I started journaling about it last year. So recently, once we started working on this podcast, I went into my journal, because I actually would just type this shit out, Jazz, and I wouldn't even go back and read it, right? Because I knew a lot of it was real dark and raw, right? So I didn't want to read it, because it was a release for me. But then I went back and I said, you know what, I'm gonna post this as a blog, you know, just to kind of promote the energy of opening up, man, and just, you know, talking about trauma. Because those are the conversations that we don't have enough of.
Yeah.
You know, and we do have those conversations. A lot of people don't know that about black men. All of us, I'm pretty sure, even if I haven't had the conversation individually with each gentleman individually, I'm pretty sure just collectively we've had some very serious, profound conversations about, you know, mental and things, emotional processing.
Oh yeah.
And so, you good? Jazz, I started blogging, bro. I started blogging or journaling last year, and I posted a couple of those journal entries as a blog on the website. And I'd be real curious to see what you think about. I
Okay.
did two of them so far.
But no, I need to go look, man. It's I went to therapy once
Okay.
in like the last year,
Okay.
and some of the questions that I was asked, it was like, okay, I feel like I got a big ass stone, like like just sitting with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until I went to therapy, but I didn't go back. I'm trying to figure out, like I hear there are networks of people that can deal with black trauma, because, like I said, if I go elsewhere,
Well then, Jazz, you wanna be you got time to sit in on a couple of these? Because even without being on the actual show tapings, we meeting as men just you know, weekly, right?
Rod, whatever you need me for.
Well, it ain't about that. I'm saying just what you were saying about just in regards to your therapy, because we got some mental health therapists. I'm talking about black. One of the brothers that was on the meeting this past week, He's been in the mental health industry. He's a therapist here in Kansas City. He's been in the industry for over 10 years.
Okay.
And when he introduced himself to the brothers, he said, you know, this is my credentials, but listen, I grew up in the 30s. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So this is
Not normal, bro.
right? This
I'm
is
sure you done seen some stuff.
so I'm
Not
saying
normal.
you might be able, when you said network, when you said that, I thought like, because that's also part of this project. Part of this
need a network
project
of
is for us to
therapists,
put together, share each other's network and network of resources for us to be able to you know, have that. It's just a phone call away, bro. But I got 3 brothers that are on this panel that are mental health
I need
therapists
it, bro. Yeah.
that look like us.
And
it's
I was
like-
saying, you just came from the meeting.
For the meet and greet. We did a meet and greet because we also got a group on Facebook, the Blacked Out Couch. You know, and it's that same, you know, just that open space, man. And it's been steady growing. And we did a meet and greet downtown tonight. I actually had to lead the meet and greet. That's why I was a little late pulling up, man. They actually still down there. They was still down there having a good time. It was a little loud down there because of the, you know, the tournament going on. But it actually was a lot of people, man. A good group of people, black men and women, that showed up tonight and had an open discussion, man, about, you know, some trauma, some grief. Man, it was real cool. They still down there probably, man, kicking it. My wife stayed behind. So it's a movement, man. I think, like I said, it's gonna be a journey. And that's all we want to try to do, man, is promote that, man, on a serious note. You know, so that's what it comes from, man. We got a bunch of shirts. We call it the Healing Collection. You know, it got the actual podcast logo on the sleeves. And then we got, you know, the podcast
Mine
shirts. So.
says log off and heal.
Yeah, he got to log off and heal. You know, some catchphrases.
No, I'm saying, are those going to be available? Or is that a Jazz exclusive right
No.
there? It's just a-
Jazz got the promo. He the first. He the
Okay.
first to have it. But those will actually be available in like 2.5, 3 weeks. You can pre-order them
It's
now.
a few different phrases
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he has.
It's a few of them.
Yeah.
It's a whole series of them. And then we got, you know, the premium shirts. They got the full podcast stuff on there. But you know, like I said, man, Angela Marie Publishing, man, we do a lot of merch for all of those projects. So the Healing Collection for sure, man. You can kind of shuffle through some of the phrases. One of the ones that I like, he got the log off and heal, but there's one that I like. I think this one might be my favorite one. You'll like this one too because it's belligerent, but it's go to heal,
Okay, I do like that.
right? Because that, you know, instead of go to
You
hell,
got a lot of women.
instead of go to hell,
Hey,
you
go
know,
to hell.
take
Go to
one
hell.
L out.
Hold
Take
on,
one
when
L
he said
out.
it that way, it made. I just caught
That's what it
yes
is.
now.
That's what that is. Man, take one of them L's out, put an A in there, bro. Go to hell. Man, go to hell, bro.
Man,
Instead, because that's how you going to say, man, go to hell, bro. Just go to hell.
Little Beezy.
See, that gives that, you know what that does, though? You know what that does? It's meant to give you a chuckle, but it does develop a different muscle memory, man, of how we talk to each other, man. Because we really shouldn't be telling each other to go to hell, but it's very fun. I love telling somebody to go to hell, but it's better to tell them to go to hell. Because that's what you really mean. You mean that both ways. You kind of mean the same thing a little bit, right? In terms of what you really telling them to do.
I'm
but-
saying, you tell somebody to go to hell, it's pretty final. That's,
It is, right?
You ain't healed at that point.
But you telling them, bro, you know what, I'm done
you
with you
healed.
right now. I'm done with you right
final.
now.
Yeah,
You're finally
it's
healed.
your final
Yeah.
destination.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, hey, but speaking of downtown in the tournaments and all that, Comic-Con.
Oh, that was this weekend, wasn't it?
Yes.
Or that is this weekend.
Man, I seen 3 Jedi Knight when I was finna pull off. Fucked me up. I wanted to get out the car with him.
This
I
nigga
wanted
didn't
to
tell
get out
y'all
the car
you
and join
Star
him.
Wars buff, did he?
I think I already knew that.
You probably did.
I had to.
That nigga dressed as Obi-Wan Kenobi or some shit.
Man, I seen 3 Jedi walking down. Right, man, they walked right past my, and they had their lightsabers out. They was trying to get to their car in this next parking lot.
Look,
And I
you
shook
said-
my
you
head.
said twinkle in
I
his
see.
I shook my head, man. I said, fuck, I wish I could get out and get
talking about
active
his
with
baby
you.
or something.
Dog, you should have came down here and dressed it. You
Well, I
should've
didn't know
dressed-
I didn't know the convention was happening until I was actually on the highway.
Nigga,
I
March
looked at my
Madness
wife and
and
said, "Oh
Comic-Con
my God,
That's
at
crazy.
the same time.
Yeah.
At the same place. It's all
Right.
downtown. You should have been dressed as Obi-Wan when you touched to Ken. You should have pulled up right there.
I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know until I was on the highway.
Bro.
I didn't know until I was on the highway, but it was lit.
He got the shit at the house.
Yeah.
I've seen the pictures.
I got to update I got to get one of them new. They got the real lightsabers, boy. I need another one of them, but
Oh, you talking about the retractable ones?
Rico
no, like yeah, that one, like the one that light up.
Sounds and shit.
Yeah, and it's for real. It look like from afar, it look like a for real blade. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, it ain't. It ain't that. Don't do that.
Oh, my bad.
Don't do that, man. Star Wars is cold, man.
Man, I sent this nigga. I sent him a meme comparing
Star Wars and
Star
Harry
Wars
Potter.
and
what
Harry
you
Potter.
really was doing.
It was a parallel.
It was a parallel, but it was like.
I seen
But what he was really doing was killing Harry Potter, right? It wasn't. It was saying Harry Potter bit the Star Wars premise and like the basic foundation of like that original premise, and it was a side by side like comparison to show you.
It does line up pretty well though.
It lined up too. I was mad as hell, man. I told this nigga, I said, bro, why would you do this? Why would you send me this? 'Cause I'm fans of both series, right? But it just so happened, bro, I was, and I might have been on social media talking about it, but I was finna get the new Hogwarts video game was coming out.
You
so I was
downloaded it
hyped.
already. I waited.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
I
Man,
waited.
Jazz.
I said, dog, you spent $80 on it here. Boy,
It didn't ruin it for me though. It didn't ruin it for me. I mean, it definitely that video definitely was the truth to it, but I'm still fans of both series, man. Shout out to Harry Potter, Hogwarts. Shout out to Star Wars and Obi-Wan and them. I know they down there.
Which one
kicking
you
it.
favor more though?
Oh, Star Wars for sure. Star Wars is the greatest saga ever to be told on film. And I'm not just talking about the movies, like, you know, because now what they doing with Disney Plus and them acquiring Lucas Arts, you know, they got a whole universe, man, where, you know, they got different arcing storylines and they doing it up, man, with cartoon. I'm talking about all of that shit, man. I watched everything Star Wars,
Everything
cartoons, because they all correlate to one universe.
Yeah.
With, you know, it's parallel.
I gotta catch up on I gotta catch up on Andor and damn it, what's the other one? The most recent one.
There's been a bunch of
Not
them.
Mandalorian, but I got whatever I gotta catch up on to get
Do you watch the cartoons too?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bad Batch.
I gotta
They got season 2 of Bad Batch. That's the
word?
newest shit. Andor, Bad Batch, and then Mandalorian season 3.
Oh, fresh. Yeah, I gotta catch up on some stuff to get to Mandalorian season 3.
Okay. I'm rewatching Mandalorian season 1 and 2 and Boba Fett, so that I can.
That's what it is.
Boba
I'm
Fett.
halfway through Boba Fett.
You gotta watch them 3 season.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Season 1 and season 2 of The Mandalorian, you gotta watch that and Boba Fett before you watch season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Because they all
Oh, so I don't have
correlate.
to watch Andor?
Andor ain't gonna be correlated. Andor
okay.
is in a different
okay.
time
Bet.
but Andor is cold as fuck. I think Andor might be the coldest Star Wars shit out of all of them. I will say this, it's the most grown up.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Like, cause you know Star Wars came out when we was kids. They kind of kept it PG. They went there a little bit here and there. But Andor, ladies and gentlemen, Andor is where I really. So niggas see me online when I be joking, talking about I'm gonna call the police, I'm gonna snitch on somebody, right? That's been I've been telling niggas I'm Charleston White lately,
Charleston
right?
White shit.
It's one of my moods I might wake up in, right? Nigga,
Man, Charles
P.
White is.
PL.
He the funniest nigga in
Bruh.
America. Like for real.
When I watched
Man, I feel
Andor,
like he resonates with both
as a
of you.
Star Wars fan,
I
my
love
whole
him.
life,
That
you know,
nigga's
I've
hilarious.
always thought I'm either a Jedi or I'm with the rebels. I'm fighting to take down the Empire. When I watched Andor, I said, shit, they got me fucked up. Do y'all know who they fucking? Andor really make it real to where like the Empire and the way they tell the storyline, it's real. This ain't no cartoon shit. This ain't for. If this shit was really happening, You had a fucking dictatorship, evil regime done took over.
Kinda is, bro.
Like Andor is. Do you watch Bel Air? Anybody? I know you don't watch.
I don't watch it.
I don't.
Y'all know the concept of what Bel Air is, right? You take that funny sitcom and make it serious. I'm saying you take the funny sitcom and make it serious. That's what Andor is for Star Wars. Andor make it serious to where they got realistic storylines of how dangerous it was for them to rebel against the Empire.
I should have brought the rest of my Hennessy in here, man. You niggas, boy.
Because we on Star Wars, now you want to drink?
I was already drinking.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jedi. See, this ain't Jedi shit.
Man, nah, man. Andor make me want to tell. Why they talking about, man, look, watching Andor.
Right there.
Andor made me want to tell on my, like, man, hold up, man. Nah, man.
Hey, I'll be
Because
right
if they
back,
catch
y'all.
us.
I'm going to get some Hennessy. Be right back. Be right back, dog.
You good? Just make sure you good. I'm just looking at you.
No, that was a good segue, though.
Be right back.
That was a good segue, though, to the Comic-Con, to the thing. Man, my nigga would have killed it if he would have just, like...
Oh, he's still talking about me dressing
Obi-Wan from the crib. It just stayed in that mug for like
Just
the
drove
whole
for
day.
the whole
Yeah,
4
like,
hours?
no, like went to the meet and greet in that
Went
mug.
to the
like,
meet and
nigga,
greet and everything and that?
Dog, what's up? Y'all healing? I'm good. It would have been awesome, dog. Then he pulled up here. Y'all be like, nigga, what? He be like, what's up?
Fuck it.
He would have did
Jazz,
it.
I listen, what's funny?
If I would have known that he would have did that shit.
Listen,
bro.
I don't want to.
Listen, come here as Obi-Wan. Nigga. He would have been like,
Let's not.
oh, bro,
Let's not.
God, I'm on the way, nigga. Like,
I would have done
yes,
it, but
and it would have been dope. It would have been dope.
I would have done it, but I don't want anybody to think that this is that I dress up as a Jedi very often. Jazz has probably only seen this once with his own eyes, but I probably have only done it twice ever, right? I'm not just walking around as Obi-Wan, but I didn't know Comic-Con was here until I was on the highway. I would have done it.
Nah, that's a lot in Kansas City at one
Golly,
weekend.
man, they
it's
got the
cracking,
tournament
like, downtown.
and
Like, bro, it's Spider-Man outside, Incredible Hulk chilling on the
Yeah.
corner. They outside going crazy. Like, it look crazy downtown.
shout out to
NBA
Kansas City,
players,
man.
the basketball players, and then Spider-Man come walking. You like,
Shout out to Kansas City, man. It's
oh man.
it's cracking. Then we got the draft next month.
Oh,
We
man.
need to get on that. Cause I had some other shit I want to talk about. But
What, the draft?
nah, he just brought up Kansas City in general. This mud
Oh, Kansas City's cracking.
cracking.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. That's what we was on. Cause
Shit,
it's
that's-
crack. I didn't know that
that's
was
what we
going
on.
on.
Yeah,
Shit. Shout out to Kansas City, cause it's cracking. I'm gonna be up this motherfucker for the draft, man, for sure.
Yeah, and they might as well move back to this bitch because we got the
Man,
newest
who
airport.
just told me that?
Hey, bro.
Chris just told me that at the meet and greet. Man,
my
you might as
wife,
well
I
move
said-
back.
I said, Ronnie need to do on the podcast. I'm about to crash this shit.
You told wifey?
She like, nigga, that nigga here again? I said, man, the nigga don't, he always here. This nigga might as well move back. I said, yeah, I know.
Kansas City gonna always be my home, man. My father's family is from here. My mother's family is from St. Louis. So my whole life, they felt like the same place. It's like down the street from me. I know they not really down the street, but they felt like the same place. It's just when I'm here, I got this type of energy, and when I'm there, but I've spent most of my life here in Kansas City. So this is, I connect with and identify with, Kansas City just more, but I'm always gonna be here. Just, I love it here, man, and it's cracking, man. My wife loves the food. I grew up on some of the fucking authentic Kansas City food. The only thing food-wise St. Louis got over Kansas City is the Chinese food.
Nah, man, don't
Oh,
say
That's it.
Don't
my
say it.
wife
Don't
was
do
in
it.
St. Louis last weekend.
Okay.
It was like, yo, Chinese food is like,
Oh,
it ain't even in the same, like,
Nah.
It's not in the same realm. Now, did wifey try it with gravy? See, this was the
Bro.
special unlock. My whole life, I always knew the Chinese food was better,
Fire.
right?
Fire.
But then, I'm talking about I'm in my 30s, and a motherfucker said, we was ordering at the restaurant. He said, yeah, let me get a side of gravy. I said, bro, what's the gravy for? Like, we at the Chinese restaurant, bro. What are you talking about? They brought out the brown gravy. He said, bro, I'm about to pour that on my rice. What? Fuck you talking about? Man, I tried that shit, bro. I ain't been right ever since.
It's great.
Hey,
It is kind of.
Have you tried it, Chad?
Yeah, I'll say
I
you do.
think y'all brought
Oh,
me some. You brought me some all the way.
oh.
I said, bro,
Tell the people.
nah, it's fire, but